All right, another season in the books. So now we got to figure out that off-season plan, you know what I mean?
Yep. And I already know what I want to work on.
Oh, yeah? Let me hear it then. Sounds good. Only thing left for you to do is put in that work.
Let's do it.
Let's get it then.
A new year means new goals.
Yep. Fresh start. Anything's possible.
Indeed it is. So let's talk about the team's overall outlook, and then we can drill in to your personal goals for the first half of the season. Sound good?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Usually I start these meetings by telling you what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I'm going to tell you what we're going to do.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
We're going to be the first team to four-peat since your grandma was wearing diapers.
That's what I'm talking about, Cliff. Let's go, baby.
Is it all right if we move on to more practical concerns now that we finished celebrating before we even started doing the work?
Life is short, Brian. Lighten up a little bit.
Well, the season's short, too, and we got no time to waste.
All right. Fair enough. Let's talk about MP's first half goals.
You know the drill by now.
Mm-hmm.
We show you a list of goals, you pick the one you want to focus on for the first half of the season.
Been looking forward to this all off season, Coach.
Take a look. Let me know what you think.
Making the all-star team is important to me. That's what I want to shoot for.
They don't give you rings for making the all-star team.
No, but playing at an all-star level helps a team reach its goals. MP, this award is largely about narrative, but we know how to work the media, right? You show out in games against other top players, you'll get an all-star nod.
if you win those games.
That's always the goal, Coach. But I'm trying to build a legacy. And making the All-Star team matters. It's one of the things they talk about when they talk about legends, whether you like it or not.
No, I understand. You help us win games, we'll help you make All-Star.
I appreciate that, Cliff. Hey, I got this.
I love to see us working towards a common goal. Anything else you two would like to discuss?
Yeah, I'm good.
Looking forward to getting after it. This is going to be a great season, y'all.
All right, MP, you ready? Shaking, MP.
All right, baby. Let's get down.
Welcome, everyone. Here it is at long last. It's the start of the NBA regular season. I know everyone's just as excited as we are here on 2K Sports to get things underway. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. And now the Indiana Pacers starters. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, they've got Connect, Bobby Portis out there with Williams. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Mr. Incredible in at point guard. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, B.A., absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality. Skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
And Grant, it's now 3 titles for MP. He's making that a habit.
Yeah, all signs pointing to greatness for MP. Winning big and delivering in fine fashion on the game's highest stage.
Well, you know Mikal was thinking 3 as soon as he got free. That's a nice delivery.
And here's Turner from the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Portis. Over Siakam. Portis' shot is off.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Clock is at 3. Indiana needs to get a shot off. The shot by Nembhard, no good. Here's Connect. He's guarded by Nembhard. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And he gets it to go.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Nembhard. Now here's Halliburton. Comes up empty down low. Bridges with it. Turner covering. From the low block. And the play by Bridges as he finishes it off for 2. Bridges has got 5.
You love the ability to stop on a dime, get into your shooting motion quickly. Mikal doing work right there.
Here's Nembhard. And Indiana misses again.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Off target from 3-point range. The Pacers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Halliburton. Here's the floater. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist.
My goodness, what a dribble drive by Mr. Tyrese Halliburton.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Halliburton with the steal. Here's Turner. Williams defending. Here's Nembhard. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. It's Bridges on the wing. Walker covering. And Bridges good for 3. Give him 8 points now.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Vanderbilt's checked in for Portis. The Pacers also with a sub. Johnson, he's checked in for Tyrese Halliburton. Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3-and-D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
Here's Mr. Incredible. No points so far. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Grant, thinking back to last season, MP with the three-peat.
The last time we saw someone three-peat, the Kobe Shaq Lakers of the early 2000s. And before them, you're talking Jordan's Bulls. Not bad company for MP.
Crafty move. Jams it in off the great move.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there? Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And book it for Vanderbilt.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pacers trail by 8. Outside Walker. Fires for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And here's Connect outside. Sinks the tray. Connect's got 7 points in the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Indiana's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Turner in the high post. Williams grabs the board. Here's Mr. Incredible. Covered by Johnson. Mr. Incredible, no good. Outside Johnson from 12 feet. And that's not going to go. And so it's Los Angeles finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning. So both teams changing it up here. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here's Williams. Pass to Connect. Here's Mr. Incredible. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trail by 5. And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Mr. Incredible. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field. And, of course, MP is the reigning MVP. So there might be a target on his back this season, Grant.
Well, guys always bring their A games against the best players and teams. MP is going to get a lot of attention this year, but he's got the talent and mental fortitude. To deal with it.
Well, Dalton Knecht had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscle. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 9. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Pacers love to push it up. Tyrese Halliburton said it's our biggest strength. Teams don't want to run with us. They know when you play us, have your track shoes ready, especially if you're coming off of a back-to-back or you have a packed schedule. You do not want to see us. Brian, they have their identity.
No doubt about that, and it starts with him. Bobby Portis has checked in for Los Angeles. Mikal Bridges comes in for Doncic. Here's Mr. Incredible. Lays it up and banks it in. Mr. Incredible's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pacers trail by 8. And we've got 1:18 left in the first half. Halliburton with the ball. He's got 7. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound in this one. He shoots it. Again, the Lakers score.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Halliburton left side. Pass to Walker. Back to Halliburton. Nembhard with it. Kicks it out to Siakam. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Now Halliburton. There's the 3. And here's Turner from the arc. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Los Angeles, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And taking a look at the Pacers, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
That's because you're in my building, and I'm eating all the barbecue chicken, big fella.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Lakers.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree. Patience and perspective is complicated. That's why many teams can't do it.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. All right, Doris, you look at the criteria for traveling in the NBA. You think it's called often enough?
You know, B.A., I'm not sure the answer to that. It's amazing to me the speed with which these officials have to make the calls. Sometimes you go back and watch it, what looks like a travel is not, or what's not called a travel is. This is actually a harder issue than people think.
Williams is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Connect. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point. That's the Laker 5. And here's Connect outside. Knocks down the triple. Connect's got 10.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Siakam for 3. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. Walker's got his 3rd assist of the night. Los Angeles leading by 10. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Portis the screen. Bridges passes to Portis. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Mr. Incredible, no good. Pacers trail by 10. Walker in the post. Defended by Portis. Halliburton outside. There's a screen by Turner. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Pass to Mr. Incredible. Driving inside. Can't get it to drop. Halliburton with some nice D.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And here's Siakam for 3. And it's Connect with a rebound.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for Indiana. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. 9-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Gets the 3 to fall.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And here we have the 2K leaderboard with last year's best three-point shooters. Dalton Connect, number 1. 3rd is Luka Doncic.
It was fun watching both of these guys tear it up from downtown. It just seemed like any chance they got to take the deep ball, they took the shot without hesitation. I just love the confidence. Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Pacers trail by 16. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Mitchell. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Johnson. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Vukcevic in at the center position.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Count the basket. And the Lakers lead by 18.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Halliburton looking for an opening. No good with the triple. And for the Lakers, they're shooting at about 51% for the game so far on this one. They set a pick. Here's Marshall. Hits the trifecta.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Johnson. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Vanderbilt's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Reeves. There's a screen by Marshall. Now here's Reeves. The D's right on him. And he converts the layup.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Washington. To stop the run. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
I think you have to admire the aggressiveness with which P.J. Washington plays every single night.
And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think about it. Even if someone signs it and then gets traded, at least those teams get an opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge.
Outside Walker. For 3. Nails it from 3. Washington's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Mr. Incredible passes to Bridges. Down low. And it's Portis. That time on the assist from Bridges.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Siakam, he's checked in for Washington. Shot from 12. Yep, that one goes.
That's why they call him Spicy P, cooking up a mid-range J. Go ahead, Pascal.
Here's Mr. Incredible. No luck on that one. Halliburton with some nice D. And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
And he's just crushing them with plays like that. I mean, just continuing to pile it on.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
And here's Indiana now. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Portis against Siakam. Off target at the rim. Los Angeles leading by 22.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Lakers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game from Mr. Incredible.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And last season, MP cracked third-team All-NBA. Grant, he's becoming one of the best in the game.
Yeah, B.A., and with his hunger for greatness, I know he'll tell you he's just getting started. But where he is now is one of the best on the planet.
Here's Mitchell, following the score by Los Angeles. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mr. Incredible. Off target with the three. And here's Indiana now. Outside Joe. Pass to Washington. Now here's Mitchell. Doncic grabs the miss. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Great win tonight, MP. Hey, since you got your own sneaker, now can I get a pair? He about to tear
Hottest team in the land coming through.
$5,280 feet. You know what that is? That's the elevation here in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. The Lakers taking on the Nuggets. For the Lakers, they started the season with a win. Tonight, out to make it win number 2. Nuggets, Lakers. Up next on 2K Sports. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build.
And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Bridges. Boomer out there with Connect. Then it's Williams. And it's Portis in at the 4-man position. And for the Nuggets, the 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Murray out there with Anthony. And it's Brown in at the 3. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Now here's Murray. Stolen by Connect. Stolen by Gordon. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Here's Jokic. Rebound by Williams. Here is Boomer, covered by Anthony.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the helper.
And Anthony's got the ball here for Denver. Outside Gordon. Latrey. He can't get that one. And it's the Lakers' ball. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
Good work there as it goes.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee, and there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
If you're the defense, you've got to do better on Murray. I mean, even from way downtown, it was pretty accurate.
Here is Boomer, covered by Anthony. Here's Boone. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Outside Anthony. The three. The Lakers with the rebound. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Boone. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. And you look at Connect. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Boone. He's in that same group. He's another player that shoots it extremely well from outside.
What shooting we saw from them all season. I mean, I'd love to see these guys in a game of force. They'd probably be draining shots from midcourt.
Denver making a switch here. Struthers checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Doncic is checked in for Portis.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The Nuggets with another miss. It was the Nuggets their last game, a loss to the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it. So you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Here's Anthony following the bucket by the Lakers. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's Gordon missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Allen. And then for Los Angeles, Portis, he's checked in for Marshall. And it's Boomer in for Mikal Bridges. Here's Vaughn. Saric passes to Murray. And he makes good on the layup. Murray's got 5 points so far.
He's got a well-rounded game. Murray can score from just about anywhere. And the more points he gets inside, the more space he gets outside.
So for the Lakers right now, we've got Bobby Portis. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's James. And it's Boone at the point guard position.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Pass to Vaughn. Here's Murray, guarded by Boone. Murray left side. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Murray. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer. And Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three. He's got all of those.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half play. And that one's good. Griffin.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Lakers leading by 12. On the wing, Doncic. Griffin with the steal. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer, in the last game against the Pacers, delivered quite a performance. He scored 20 points, and on top of that, also grabbed 3 rebounds. If his play in the first game of the season is any indicator of the kind of year he'll have, all you can say is, look out, lead. Back to you, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor.
Clark, we've got some incredible talents in this league, and you know how skilled big men are today. Wow, it is something to watch.
It really is, Kevin. I mean, you almost feel like every 7-footer in the league is a capable perimeter shooter that can consistently make threes. Man, the game has certainly changed, and I actually enjoy it. I mean, the evolution of big guys being able to stroke it that consistently is pretty fun to watch.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic has checked in for Šarić. Gordon comes in for Vaughn. Christian Brown's checked in for Peyton Watson. And Anthony subbed in for Griffin. Here's Jokic. Things getting physical, but Jokic hammers it out and wins.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Good on the triple. Bridges has got 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And that one, good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And he knocks down the first one. Murray's checked in for Denver. Bobby Portis is checked in for Los Angeles. No good on the second free throw. Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Jokic. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on him.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Williams has a screen for Bridges. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Anthony kicks to Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. Connects from three-point range. Murray's got his third basket of the night.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Bridges inside the three-point line. Again, the Lakers. Now here's Anthony, defended by Boone. Anthony kicks to Murray. Pass to Brown. Now here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Jacks up a three. He doesn't hit that one. And we've reached halftime in this one. Lakers lead by 15. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Los Angeles Lakers. When your team is at peak performance, who do you credit first?
The big man. Without rebounds, you won't win many games. Plus, you got to protect that paint.
Agree with that sentiment, Kenny?
Well, disagreeing with Shaq before dinner is not wise, Ernie. So I'm going to let the catering come in first, and then we can have a reasonable discussion.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Lakers.
Their offense may get the credit for the lead, but they've set the tone with their rebounding.
I give it the Shaq stamp of approval. They've been the schoolyard bullies today.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. Jamal Murray is out there with Cole Anthony. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Michael Malone getting going here in the second half. Back to Anthony. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
Lakers leading by 13. Bridges outside. Pass to Williams. Over Jokic. Hits the jump hook.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Yeah, they want to get the half off to a quick start, and they know who to go to.
Murray with it for the 3. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
I think this is an area that Gordon has really improved. Now a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
Here's Boone. Rebounded by Anthony. The Nuggets trail by 12. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And Clark, Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Kevin, Jamal Murray is built for clutch situations. Coach Michael Malone said, I know a lot of guys are pretty good in the regular season, but when the stage is at its biggest, Jamal seems to step up and perform. He's a guy that thrives in the moment, never afraid of it. And you can't say that for a lot of players. Kevin?
Well, you're so right. He isn't afraid of anything. David, he is big time. Thank you. Pass to Jokic. Excellent D there from Williams.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Now Portis. Bridges outside. For 3. And the 3 ball is good. 13 points in the game.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
Back to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Gordon finds Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Murray outside. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Bridges. And again, Denver no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Boomer gets the bucket. And you may have heard MP being named All-NBA once again.
Still looking for that first-team nod, but truthfully, he cares most about helping his team win games, and it is nice to get recognized for all the hard work he's put in.
A minute 50 left in the third. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. For some changes. Vaughn's checked in for Aaron Gordon. A.J. Griffin comes in for Christian Braun. And Kersey subbed in for Jamal Murray. And then for the Lakers, Vanderbilt's checked in for Williams. Najee Marshall comes in for Portis. And it's Boomer in for Mikal Bridges.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
So for the Lakers right now, we've got Boomer. Also, James out there. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marshall in at the 4 spot. That shot by Griffin, no good. L.A. has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Doncic feeling it out. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Kersey passes to Griffin. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Greg, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Griffin looking to end the run, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Kudos for the effort, but he got there a little too late.
Denver making a switch here. Allen's checked in. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for L.A. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Griffin can't get it to go in. Lakers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Boone. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Denver's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. The Lakers also making some changes. Irving comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Wilson in for Marshall. Here is Boomer. Beyond the arc. Jokic crabs the miss. Here's Brown. James covering. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. From deep, Jokic gets it to go from beyond the arc.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
Here is Boomer, covered by Anthony. Yep, that one goes in there. And that's now 21 points for Boomer. You know, you look at what MP has achieved in his career so far. GA, he ranks up there with some of the best to ever play.
And you can put MP's numbers and hardware up with a number of other legends, and he holds up just fine, thank you. Just incredible what this man has done in his career to this point. Hard to argue he's not one of the very best to ever do it.
Murray, no good. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Here's Boone. Off target from three-point range. Anthony against James. Anthony taking his time here. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Way to bring home that W.
Squad out there tonight.
MP, you're about to go off.
And the excitement already starting to crescendo, with fans gathering and streaming into the building. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With our analysts, Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. A chance to check out the Los Angeles Clippers' upcoming schedule. On Monday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming to town. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And that game against the Trailblazers, that one's going to be their 7th game of the season. Almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
And the Lakers starting 5. Williams is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Connect. And it's Boomer in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, we've got Saddiq Bey, Trey Mann out there with Dick. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building. Plus, you wait all off season to see how your team measures up. And now, you get to find out.
So the Lakers will get the first possession here. Here's Boomer. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Portis. Williams, a screen on Bey. Lets the 3 fly. And that's good. Portis for 3.
And Portis attacking with some confidence. That's in his range.
Man, the pass to Zubac. Outside Dick. And here's Bey. Zubac, screen. Bey finds Zubac. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Boomer.
Oh, man.
Oh! And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And here are the Clippers now. It's a 5-point game. Dick to pass to Mann. Bey outside. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Takes a 3. Fires in the triple.
Encouraging to see Saddiq Bey just stay this confident and looking for that shot off the catch.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, BA, that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Here's Mann. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And here's Connect outside. The Clippers grab the miss. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad. Outside man. It's hauled in by Portis.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Bridges outside. Here's Boomer. It's rebounded by Zubac.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Boomer in their last game against the Nuggets put on a show. He tallied 21 points and drilled a few from outside the arc, helping open up the floor. And when you talk about that game, he was just everywhere. Huge for his team. Back to you.
Hey, he made play after play. Really solid effort all night.
And he did it in a variety of ways, which makes him harder for opponents to deal with.
Well, he can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
Now here's Leonard. Really struggled in the loss against Golden State. Stolen by Bridges. To the inside. Williams' shot is good.
Yeah, making the smart pass there. I mean, Bridges doesn't just hold the ball.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
So it's the Lakers now, after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Zubac. Back to man. Outside Dick. Here's Zubac. Leonard outside. Shot clock at 6. The shot, no good. Nice D from Bridges. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. And he gets the bucket.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Man, the pass to Zubac. Outside man. Zubac, screen. The 3. Rebound, the Lakers. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
16 seconds left now in the first quarter. Up top, Dick. 20 points for him last game against Golden State.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers earning this break in the action, up 10. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi Leonard all night. Not an easy task by any means. More 2K action in just a moment. And so far through... Lou has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
And so in the game for the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt out there with Connect. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Williams. And it's Boomer in at the 1.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Pass to Leonard. And it's Connect with a rebound. The Lakers lead by 14. From 7 feet. And Vanderbilt gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. Vanderbilt's gotten his second bucket.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
They need this. And he lays it up and in. Dick's got 7 points.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Doncic outside. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
Man, the pass to Bay. 1:10 left in the first half of this one. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Rebound, the Lakers. Williams has got 4 rebounds in the game.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Wow, the Claw doing what he does best, using that length on the defensive end.
That's too easy for Leonard.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of this game. From deep, here's Doncic. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Here's Dick. He can't get it to go. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. To the paint. Here's Boomer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Lakers. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. Back after this.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So, Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously, first is me. Second, I'll get that to you, Ernie. Third, I'll go with our IT guy. He really surprised me. Then you, Shaq.
There's no way I'm after Ernie.
Shaq, if you want to be better, you can be.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Lakers.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly the way they drew it up.
Yeah, this one might already be over.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac out there with Sadiq Bey. Then there's Trey Mann, and it's Dick in at the 2 guard. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Here's Boomer. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Zubac. He's scoreless. Leonard looking over the floor. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
He's hit a couple big threes in his career. Leonard not afraid to come back with one of his own.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Here's Boomer, guarded by Dick. Here's Boomer. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Pass to Zubats. Three-pointer. Dick with a miss. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. After this one, they're off to Phoenix to take on the Suns. That'll put them right in the middle of a 5-game road trip.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Leonard outside. Pass to Bay. From downtown, sends it home from three-point land. Bay's got 6.
Yeah, Bay likes to get to that corner, get his feet set. He's ready to knock down 3 balls.
Here's Boomer. He's guarded by man. Williams, a screen on Leonard. Ooh, a good look from Bridges. And again, it's the Lakers.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Christie's checked in for the Clippers. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. The Clippers, number 1.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league.
On the wing, Bay, defended by Portis. Dick with a miss.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And that one goes. Now 10 for 13 on the night.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Bay from long range. And the Clippers miss again. The Lakers have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. The Clippers have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Here's Zubats. On the wing man. Bay from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bay's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Pass to connect. Here's Boomer. He's guarded by man. Here's Boomer. He's got 21. And that one's good. Boomer's got 13 points now in the quarter.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Christie. 4-3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Boomer can't get it to go. And for the Clippers, they're shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Pass to Dick. Back to man. 41 seconds left in the third. Bay inside. Over connect. Bay, no good.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
Here's Boomer. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Clippers really having a tough go here. 17 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Dick. Shot clock at 5. Over Bridges. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Go get him, MP. Your time.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. We've got Justice Winslow. Luka Doncic is out there with Najee Marshall. Then there's James. And it's Boomer in at the point. And for the Clippers, they're shooting just 37% in the game. Pass to Leonard. Bey from long range. On target from range. Bey's got 9 points now in the second half.
And Bey, because he has that shooting ability behind the three-point line, he could put points up in a hurry.
I'm open right here.
Here's Boomer. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. There's the steal. Pass to Doncic. Here's Marshall. Here's Boomer. And he makes it. Boomer's got 27. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Hey, kick it out.
Outside Winslow. Back to Marshall.
Right here.
Outside Winslow. 4 on the clock. Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Dick. Dick's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them. Get out of the way!
Wow!
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Pass to Bey. Fires from deep. No good. 34 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter.
Hey.
Here's Marshall. Back to Doncic from outside the arc. Knocks down the long J.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Man, the pass to Bey. Will it go? Offensive board. Out to Leonard. Pass to Bey. Now here's Man. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight. They talk the talk, but you walk the walk. MP about to put on a show in the desert. Show them how you shot. Let's keep this winning streak going.
say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Skylar Cole singing the national anthem. A fantastic rendition. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Wednesday, they'll be playing the Rockets in Houston. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Chicago Bulls.
And going up against the Pelicans, it's going to be their 7th outing on the year. You feel the team will continue to round into form.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Boomer out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Connect. And it's Williams at the 5. And for Phoenix, we've got Devin Booker. Dunn is out there with Longley. And it's Wesley in at the point. Early on, Greg, the potential landscape of the NBA very much open-ended.
An early win streak could really boost the team's outlook, kind of define their direction. So I expect to see them keep the intensity up. So we should be in for a fun one.
And it's the Suns to start out. Will MP has made it a point to become the best player in his conference. And he's let everyone know about it, too. He wants in that game badly.
All-star games in this league are special, and you can't fault MP for wanting to pursue being the unanimous best player in his conference. The story to watch here, I think, is how this changes the defensive approach against him. We might be seeing some elevated intensity with MP on the court. I'm excited to see how he fights to win in those matchups.
And now, let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, Kev. As you know, all eyes are on the star matchup of point guard. When I asked MP about it, he told me it's going to be a battle, and I know everyone's hyping it up. But this game is about much more than the individual matchups. He knows it's going to take a group effort to pull out this win. Guys?
David, just like you and this crew, it takes a group effort. And he is all about the team. Thanks, D.A. Now, Booker. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. It's Wesley on the wing. Misses the three. Here's Connect. Dunn covering. Pass to Boomer. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Boomer's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
On offense, Devin Booker really does it all for his teams. He scores well and assists others. Richard, he can do it all.
You love to see that from a superstar. Booker just wants points on the board. And if he can't get a shot, he'll get a look for someone else.
And Connect gets it to go.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Wesley. And the Suns miss again. Los Angeles leading by 4. On the wing, Bridges. Here's Boone. Nailed from three-point land. Boomer's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. So for Phoenix, their last game lost to the Bucks in Milwaukee. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Johnson, he's checked in for Dunn. The Lakers also with a sub. Vanderbilt's checked in. Pass to Johnson. Bridges against Wesley to stop the run. The Lakers with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
Suns trail by 10. 1:29 left to play in the first. Back to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And his offensive IQ becoming more and more refined. Booker understands how to score in that pick and roll.
Phoenix has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Bridges against Wesley. Going inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Boomer gets the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Suns trail by 8. On the wing, Johnson. Suns moving the ball around. To the middle. Kicks it out to Jones. Drains the three-pointer.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Boomer, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Wesley into the lane. The Lakers with the rebound. Here is Boomer. Fires from the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Boomer's got 12.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And hope you've enjoyed. He's checked in for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Trey Jones. And then for the Lakers. Williams, he's checked in for Portis. Gannett comes in for Marshall. And it's Boomer in for James. On the wing, Booker. Over Boone. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Booker.
Booker with one of the most effortless strokes you'll ever see.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Connect. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Williams. That's Boomer. And it's Doncic in at the 2-guard spot.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Jones sets the pick for Strus. Pass to Longley. Just 5 on the clock. Booker, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars, and I think we have a beautiful game now.
Here's Strus after the made shot from Boone. Strus's shot is good. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Boone. Longley grabs the miss. Suns trail by 10. Pass to Booker. Rebound the Lakers.
And to put things simply, this has not been historic.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Johnson outside. 26 seconds left to play here in the half. Can't hit that one. Here is Boomer, defended by Booker. Connect with it. 12 points for him. Williams has a screen for Connect. Hits the three-point bomb. Connect's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And so it's Los Angeles, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Phoenix Suns.
I hate the shots they're taking. I hate them. The team is stubborn, and you have to be willing to adjust, like us with all these new teams that's been added.
Agreed. You can't want to be a long-range sniper, but if you miss the target enough times, you become the victim.
As we move on, let's get a look at some of the injuries around the NBA.
Losing Brunson, they're missing a great distributor, a leader on this team. His value goes beyond what you see in the box score.
Yeah, he's the heart and soul. I mean, at least part of it. Big, big blow.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Los Angeles leading by 17. We've got Longley. Booker out there with Dunn. And it's Iguodala in at the power forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Good on the three-point shot.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And here is Wesley. Booker outside. Over Boone. And off the front. And in it goes. Booker's got 10 points in the game.
Throw out those analytics. When Booker is taking a 15, 20-footer, that's a great look for him and his squad.
From outside the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
The three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here is Boomer. He's got 19. And there it is for him. Boomer's got 5 points in the quarter.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Wesley against Bridges. To the inside. Longley. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here is Boomer. 21 points in the game. Now connect. Pass to Bridges. Puts up a deep three. Not going to go that time. Dunn looking over the floor. Here's Iguodaro. Drives to the hoop. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they have started out this quarter shooting just 20%. Let's just say this is not the way they wanted to open the second half.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to talk to his guys. Marshall, he's checked in for the Lakers. Luka Doncic comes in for Mikal Bridges. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Johnson sends the screen for Jones. Phoenix, no good that time either.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Here is Boomer. Lets it go with a three. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Johnson, a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Boomer the pass to Marshall. Now, here's Doncic. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Lakers, #1.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Max Strus is checked in for Dunn. The Lakers also making some changes. Vanderbilt's checked in for Williams. And James subbed in for Portis. And stolen by James. There's the drive. They get the rebound. Out to Doncic. Here's Boone. His three-pointers off the mark. The Suns have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Johnson finds Jones. Takes the three. Hits it from three-point range. Jones has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Here's Boone. Phoenix grabs the miss. 36 seconds left to play here in the third, and Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That'll be it. Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Wilson the pass to Boone. 2 points. That one goes. Boomer's got 10 points here in the second half.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
So for the Lakers right now, Irving is out there with Wilson, and it's Boomer. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's James in at the 3 slot.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Suns trail by 21. Outside, Longley. Suns moving the ball around. Pass to Booker. Makes it off the glass. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Woo, Booker showing some power.
Boomer the pass to Wilson. And here is Doncic. And that one is good.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Wesley with the ball. Here's Iguodala. Off target with his 3.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Hey, come around.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the final quarter. Boomer, no good. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Suns trail by 19.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Los Angeles.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Boomer.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
On the wing, James. Dunn covering. Here's Boone. They get it again. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. See you next time.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.